And of course, we have the history of entomophagy, the eating of insects, and then why insects, the type of insects we have, and nutrition value and consumer acceptability, challenges, and of course, future prospect and summary. One of the things is that when people talk about insects and insects as food, we try to run away from it. But I think in the history of humanity, we will discover that insect was actually the first food ever on earth. And sometimes also, when you hear about insects, you only see mosquito, which is the most dangerous insect. But we forget about the 43,000 species of insects that are edible and can be consumed in the entire world, not only in Africa. As long as you breathe, you can take insects. So, what is insect? When you talk of the term insects, it originates from a Latin word, which is called insectum, with a divided body. That is the meaning. Any livestock with a divided body is insects. And it's also a class of animals within the arthropod group with a chitinous exoskeleton. And the body is 3 parts, the wings, and 3 pairs of legs. Have the insect like what you have seen on the left-hand side. Most diverse groups of animal on Earth, we have different species, and found nearly in all environments. So we cannot say there is any land without insects. And they undergo what we call metamorphosis to adapt to any kind of seasonal variation. And we have what we call the short production time period for insects to mature and often have large populations. If you go back to the history of Kenya, just 2 years ago or a year ago, we had locusts everywhere. And the Minister for Agriculture was struggling on how they can use a drone to kill insects. You don't use bullets to kill insects. You can trap them for food, and you convert them to use for material. So when you spend money to start chasing insects with a drone, and you chase them with bullets, and you say very soon it is going to kill the entire nation when it comes to vegetation, what you need to quickly think about, how can we harvest the insects in a better way to make them a productive food for Kenyans and any other part of the world. So we have food that we are chasing, and we can use them to build our immunity when it comes to matters of nutrition. So the history of entomophagy, that is the practice of eating insects, that is worldwide. We will want to make reference to the Bible. Of course, I know there's Quran, but let's look at what the Bible says. All flying insects that walk on all fours are to be regarded as unclean by you. So those with 4 are not clean. There are, however, some flying insects that walk on all fours that you may eat. So some you eat, some you don't eat. Those that have jointed legs for hopping on the ground. Of these, you may eat any kind of locust, or katydid, or cricket, or grasshopper. But all other flying insects that have 4 legs, you are to regard them as unclean. So there are certain selections of insects that is found in the book of Leviticus 11, 20-23. It is the Bible. So part of most traditional diets in the countries of Africa, Asia, America, and Australia actually was made up of a delicacy on insect dish. And I'm telling you, if you walk to the coastal region and you walk to the coastal regions worldwide, including Lagos, you will see insects all over. Why insects? Increasing population growth will result into additional demand for food globally. Because human beings are giving birth at a very high rate. And we cannot say that there's only one region that gives birth. If you are a population of 10,000 women and each one gives birth in 1 week, how many children, how many human beings have we brought on board? So many.